G'day crew, I'm Oscar Pelazon and welcome to another episode of Tube Time Tuesday. I'm down here at Trig Point, not a lot on offer today, so I thought I'd have a chat to you about a client of mine and his unique ability to what others see as major problems, rejection or obstacles in the business. He's able to see the positive. He turns the negative into a positive and quite often uses that to fuel more opportunity and more growth in his business. And his name's Dylan Holthausen, and he's one of the founders of two different businesses. He's the founder of Menuzen, and he's the co-founder of Amped Digital, which he runs with his business partner Matt, and they make a great team. Now, Amped is an established business, but it bats well above its weight in the digital signage space. It successfully competes against much bigger East Coast competitors for contracts servicing national and international brands both here in Perth and on the East Coast. Menuzen, it's a tech startup with a unique product servicing the hospitality and quick service restaurant industries. Now, along the journey, both these businesses have faced significant knockbacks, significant rejections. The doubters have voiced their doubts very loudly. Part of the process for Menuzen has been raising capital, and he's quite often had so-called experts be rudely dismissive of his product and the company and of him, being told that there's no market, that the established businesses will smash him, and that his product was something that it wasn't. But not once and not twice, but when you're raising capital, he's sitting in front of 20, 30, 50 people over the last six months, 12 months, right? But one of the things that struck me about Dylan through all of this and through coaching him and in those two businesses was his really unique ability to turn rejection and knockbacks into growth opportunities. He doesn't take no for an answer, not in an arrogant way, but he takes them as an opportunity for learning, and he uses that learning as a way to leverage new opportunities and improve his business so that it creates even more success. So how does he do it? Well, he does three things that most people in business don't. Firstly, he takes the feedback with an open mind. He listens and he probes the feedback that he's given. He's respectful and he doesn't get defensive. And by not being defensive, those giving feedback open up further to him. It's quite disarming to watch. Even if he's disappointed or annoyed, he hides it. This allows him to truly understand what is going on in the mind of the person of the feedback, giving the feedback, and get an understanding of the true nature of the feedback being given. Secondly, he goes away and he analyzes the feedback. He doesn't jump to conclusions. He doesn't get emotional. He tests the feedback against his industry knowledge, his product knowledge, and his very deep understanding of what his clients really want and value. And thirdly, he takes the feedback and he acts on it. If the negative feedback is right, he's quick to take action to ensure that next time he comes back bigger and better. He makes improvement in the business, makes improvement to his product. He learns from the sales process. If the feedback is not valid, he uses it to confirm that he needs to proceed on the path that he is on. It confirms what's right in his business. Listen, he gets down at times, and we've had some long, deep conversations around getting back on the bike and continuing the journey. But by following this process, he has gained a deep self-belief in his judgment. He's very resilient and he's very persistent. And those three traits, self-belief, resilience and persistence, are required by small business owners in spades. Now, I'm going to get Dylan onto one of my client interviews, which are coming up in the next couple of months. I've got to sit down and get those shot. And I'm going to discuss how he goes about it and his business journey in more detail. It's a great, his is a great story. So next time you experience rejection or are challenged, reframe that feedback as an opportunity to learn refine what you do, and use it as a launch pad for future success. That's it from me today. I look forward to you joining me next week for another episode of Tube Time Tuesday. Happy days.